Aloha and welcome to the Honolulu Church of Light. Heal yourself, heal the world. Ha'oli makahiki ho! Happy New Year, everyone. And so you have a year of mastery, and you can apply all the Lemuria numerology to the way that you build your mastery this year. It's going to be fabulous. And so we say, Ela e kala ikahikina, ikamoana, kamoana hohohonu, ti ikaleva, kaleva nuku, ikahikina, ayakala, ealae. Arise and awaken. And so now, my favorite part of the program, I want to introduce you to a very dapper Cabo Fred Sterling. He's in his finery for the new year, and he has special messages for you. So pick up your ears and listen well, and you'll learn many things. I give you Cabo Fred Sterling!
Thank you. Great. I can try to listen to that. Thank you. One of these days, put a long way and never use it. Not anyway, thank you, Ellie. And, I want to instruct people first. I like this bowl. I love this bowl. It's given to us periodically in great service for people. And we know because they came to a form of it. They made it by using a whole crystal bowl and knock it down and then they put the gold in and brought it back. So, perfect. Okay? Listen. Close your eyes. Okay. Say prayer. It's not a mantra prayer. Not a mantra prayer. Like big word prayer or English prayer. We pray from ourselves to you and to back. You sit down. Now, somehow, so we put Patty But it was sneezed. So everybody got, oh, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Because if you get out, and I know this much. I got a long way to go. And I will do it with you, and you do it with me. So we just change this, starting this Sunday, every Sunday that we do up here, and we know we're going to change a lot. Now, what is a rock? What is a rock? Pray first, okay? Very four shivers love and light. Love and light, we say, because it's about healing. This whole church is always about healing. It's a church of healing. And we know that because we're not trying to be a part of the other churches, but know this much. We love all of them. And we know they have a meaning for each person. For this church, I want you to mean meditations and understand the four body, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and aging soul. Aging soul. You know, we all have an aging soul. Every one of us. We will not last here forever and ever. I've said to many people, I said, you know, we're all going to die. I look at the person, I look at you and I. Maybe first, I don't know, but I know this much. We're all going to die. Now, why do I say that? Because I want to understand, I'm going to heal this person. And I know I want you to feel what I'm feeling. If you're going to heal somebody, and somebody should be coming into this church and ask for healing, and we know that when we get the doors open fully, then we'll know. But know this much. Healing journey is ours and yours. And they always mix between each other. Now, we know, aging soul. And it's based on four body, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Now, the physical body and mental body. That's perfect. That's the body. But the other two, the emotional body, spirit body. That's the power. That's the power of love. You know, I know, we all know. The power of love is within us. We trap it down. Tamp it down. And then you get, if somebody says, I love you, oh God, I feel good. It does feel good. I'm praying with my eyes closed. Hope you're listening as I'm doing it. I want you to close your eyes and feel my words. And you know well what I'm going to say. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Perfect bodies for the airplane. The plane is going through traumas. Now, I said, to get the end of last year, I said the prayer, and I said, it could be little toughness in this new year. I still say, it's going to get tough around, but not too tough. We know. We've got the power to defeat anything, and including the death. The death We don't talk about it. That's right. Know this much. Death is beautiful. Because when you go up to, as I see it, I don't expect you to listen to every word I say. But I see it as you would go up, you go to the Creator, and just loves you. Just loves you. Can you imagine that? You think, oh, the things I did wrong. No, God can't do that. He couldn't do it. He loves you. They love you. I know this much. Love is the only thing we've got to make happen around the world. Starting today, every day forward, I know this much. I'm in love with everybody. Amen. We have a real special treat today. Magic moments. Gail Jennings and volunteered to come up and do the magic moments.
Yeah, I did volunteer. I just want to say that these past 2 months has been, for me, not so easy. You know, somehow I put things on top of each other to make it feel better, but it gets even bigger and scarier. So anyway, within this past 2 months, the beauty has its own personality, put it that way. And it's showing me not the struggle, but to put one foot in front of each other. And I tell you, sometimes I tell Kamu, even a little bit is difficult for me. And so I said, well, I'm going to not call it little bit. I'm just going to call it bit. So that's my interpretation to that. The reason why I wanted to come over here and say something today is because in this bit we are working so hard to create a new beginning. That's what I feel. And it's like, in a sense, like giving birth. You know? So, but it's rejuvenation. It's all the re. I hear this every day.
It's
But so together with Susanna and myself, we're working about the healing service, and it's just, I don't know about her, but I know with me it's totally different. And this, especially these 2 weekends, Christmas and today, Happy New Year kind of things going on. It's like, I tell myself, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Just put that foot in front of each other. And something hit my head and said, don't you see it when I do all this program for the Sunday service, like long distance Sunday service? You know, there's a true meaning we do this. There's a true meaning. We come together, we play the music, these islands. Patty comes up and there's no blue bowl, but she, rings the blue bowl. That touches the heart. That feels the love. She opens this place up with love. I don't know about you guys, but that's the true meaning of true trust and passion. Because she's here every first Sunday and third Sunday ringing that blue bowl. And guess what? This blue bowl is the goddess light. The goddess light. The goddess light is the love of the goddess, of the God, of the creator. The creator. Come, Patty, please. Come. She's epitome of true trust and passion. With all of us, when she says something, tremble. We feel the earth moving, So,
Like how Captain Green.
honestly, thank you. We've been here almost like thick skin and muddy waters, but it's now clear water. We know how to do that. And then this is it's written on paper, the program that we do every Sunday, every reading Sunday. And then there's Aldine, we met not too long ago, but her voice and her words that she say in Hawaiian, the Lemurian words, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes it's like, again, touching the heart, and all of you out there in internet land, I tell you, you're missing out one thing, maybe 2 things, 3 things, 4 things. Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, right here in the Honolulu Church of Life. And this is Aldine Blue. It's so beautiful in bringing those Lemurian words together. That's in our program. Kahu, come here. So Kahu, you hold the 4 bodies together. We just talked about it in prayer. And again, did you feel it? Did you feel it's touching the heart, not the physical heart, the emotional heart, the mental heart, the spiritual heart. Just that's love. And then I'm here talking. I'm going to take up about 20 minutes. But then Patty comes up again, read the message. You know this lady, she comes up in the morning and talks, but way before that she edits Kahu's writing, interesting, and it becomes so heartfelt, right? Everybody? I mean, it's, I don't know how she did that, because I'm not a writer and things like that, and I just go, wow, she just wrote a book. And that's true, honestly. So, thank you. And then Kahu follows her again, and I mean, it's mean to say it that way, but it brings out maybe something a little more of what Patty wrote, or enhanced it, and we feel it again, right in that spiritual heart. So this part of our service next is the healing service. And healing, again, is the word love. So I want Miss Karina, 5-word self-healing meditation. What can I say? But that's my hand on my heart and I do the 5 breaths of breathing meditation. And my nervousness somehow moved away, so I get the bit getting a little bit bigger. Corinna can stand behind that. And Corinna we know for a long time also. She's like the weave in our church, just like everybody else too. And then how will you do the healing medicine? Sue, can you come up? Joanne, Barbara, this is the physical part, right? And Master Carol has told us, you take the vaccination, take the booster, and why? You're gonna ask why? We don't need all that. You're spiritual, this and that. No, you need that because you live on this earth plane as a human being. And so there's a book called the Book of Human. Too much for you, but there is. And you know what? We love it. We just love it. Cameraman and Patrick supporter, come up please. Oh.
This is a whole church. Shh.
Good, Richard, stop.
Cameraman. This is our cameraman. This is the real Santa Claus. And everybody, Happy New Year. This is what our year is standing on, is our love, our heart, and again, our love. So we love you all. Everybody, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
A year of mastery, 222.
Don't leave,
We're not.
Don't leave yet. Please stay and enjoy and touch your heart. Because only you can make that difference in this world.
Wow, stay with us, more to come. That God has sent our mass. It's on the 4th dimension. It's already.
Okay. That's it.
Beautiful.
Thank you, that's powerful. You guys ready? And sorry, you're all uncomfortable, but I'd like to see. Okay? Notice this. The goddess weave of this church is all these women, the women you just saw over there. And that all of you, I know some of you called me and written to me and said, well, if you could get to maybe Aldi, she talks too loud. Who cares? She doesn't care. She does what she does, And I know this much, Patrick. If he didn't show up today, tomorrow, or next time Sunday, I'd cry. See? So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now, next part is very perfect because I'm going to tell you all about it. But before I do, I'm going to say, and this lady has traveled with me for 3 years. She's a girl, long time, all through Russia. Sometimes seven different types in Russia and Germany and Switzerland and the other, this east side. This lady will never, ever lead you astray. So, Corinna, we go through the 5 breath self-meditation.
Thank you, Kahu. Aloha, everyone. You know, last Sunday, Kahu briefly mentioned something that really caught my attention. And he said something about the metaphor of the grass lawns. And when the lawnmower comes, that the grass feels that energy of the lawnmower coming. And from one blade of grass to the next, they start to connect and they start to build up their light. And I thought, man, that's very familiar. And what do you know, it's in this book. In the very first chapter, all about light workers. And so Master Guide Kiro, that's such a great book. I just love this book. And it's not because we worked on it, but it's amazing, practical things that we need to know right now for the great shift and for our healing. And in this first chapter about light workers, Master Kiro, like Kahu was telling us, is talking about when the lawnmower starts up, all the lawn, all the blades of grass in the lawn start to pump up their light because they know the lawnmower is coming. And so they're going to pump up their light because they're going to get cut down. But because they've pumped up their light, they're in this cycle of raising their light, connecting to one another. And then when it's time to get cut, the growth phase comes in and they begin this process of growing and enhancing their light. So this is like the light workers. This is the collective consciousness that we're working on right now. All of us, from here to those of you listening in Hungary or in Japan or in Australia, we are all light workers and we're all healing ourselves and connecting one to the other, because in this new year is a year of mastery. And it's a time for us to raise our lights, connect to one another, and get ready to heal. So this is the connection to the 5 breath self-healing meditation, because within your own body is a collective consciousness. It's a cellular consciousness that when you breathe, and you breathe in these golden particles and the white light, it ignites the cells. And one cell talks to the next, and to the next, and to the next. So all of your cellular consciousness knows, oh, it's time to heal. Let's get this light and let's pass it on one to the other. Let's feel the love and let's perk up our light and get ready for this great shift. So this is what we do in the 5 breath self-healing meditation that Kahu has brought forth for this time in the great shift in consciousness. We use the golden particles, draw them in through the crown chakra, bring it through the pineal, and it changes into white light, comes down into your heart chakra, and it weaves all 4 bodies together, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And when we exhale, that light goes to the shoulders and out the palms and into our body. And our emotional body, the love of who we are, feels it, and it knows, just like the lawnmower coming and the light igniting the blades of grass, it knows we have to raise our light, connect, and heal. Okay, so let's try it. Let's do it.
Teacher?
Yes.
Teacher? Why don't you tell people why we do 5 breaths? 5 breaths. And what you said, we know the perfect journey starts when you put your hand, oh my God.
And you can feel it, right? So the reason we do it is because it's about self-healing. This is the 5 breath self-healing meditation. And though we are light workers all in different parts of the world, maybe we can't find the healer. The healing begins with the self. And this is a way that we can love ourselves and begin the healing process on ourselves so we're ready to connect in light with light workers around the world. But it's about healing the self first. So we're activating the emotional body and the cellular consciousness of who we are so we can heal ourselves and heal the world. All right, so let's try it. So right palm on top of your crown chakra, left palm on top of that. Take a deep breath in through your nose and lock it, and then weave all four bodies in your heart. When you're ready, exhale the light. Take 5 deep breaths here. Keep breathing. And let the light come in to your crown again and light up your frontal lobes, the middle brain where we have the memory centers, the hippocampi, and then the hind brain where we have the fight or flight. Just keep breathing 5 breaths here just to feel the relaxation and the igniting of the cellular consciousness. When you're ready, you can go to the second hand placement, which is at your eyes. So take your middle finger and index finger, place it on your closed eyelids. Breathe in, draw in the golden particles, changes to white light, and take 5 breaths here at your eyes. Let the light go over the cones and the rods. Keep breathing over the retina, back to the optic nerve. Keep breathing back to the vagus nerve in the back of your head. And then let the light go down the vagus nerve as you continue breathing. That energy on the vagus nerve touches every major organ in your body and the emotional centers. When you're ready, you can go to the heart placement, right on the heart muscle, left side of your chest, with the thumbs pointing up towards your neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale in through your heart and take 5 breaths here going through your heart, up to the thyroid, the top of your chest, bottom of your neck. Keep breathing. Let the light go into the thymus, where we have the child self and past life memories. Keep breathing into the lungs. Breathe into the lymphatic system in this part in the upper chest. And keep breathing as you let the light go through the heart and cover both breasts with healing light. Light up your whole chest. When you're ready, the next hand placement is at your 3rd chakra, the stomach. Right palm there, left palm on top. And take 5 breaths here. And breathe in through the stomach into the liver and the pancreas. Keep breathing. Let the light go through the stomach and back to the kidneys. Breathe through the stomach and into all the other organs, the spleen, gallbladder. Let the light go into the small intestines and just light up your whole abdomen. When you're ready, go to the 5th hand placement, right above the pubic area, the 2nd chakra. And breathe into this very important area. Let the light go through your palms into the 2nd chakra area. Light up this whole area with white light. Activate the digestive system, colon all the way to the rectum. Breathe out into the reproductive organs in this part of the body. Breathe again and take in the urinary tract and the bladder. Just light up the whole area with healing white light and relax into this feeling of every cell awakening, connecting one to the other, healing yourself and healing the world. Thank you. Aloha. Happy New Year.
Awesome.
Bye, Bobby. Bye, Bobby. Bye, Bobby. Next Bobby. Next Bobby. Bye, Bobby. 51 years ago. Long time ago, we got married. And I had to learn how to love. She tried very hard to get me to love. And I didn't stop, but I never got into the full same with my life. I know this. She's going to be pasture. Right?
I want to say, if I want to correct you, thank you for that title, The Lady Behind the Church. However, it's the Goddess that's behind the church. And I'm really excited because there's 6 goddesses that came together to put on to develop a new website. Well, actually, 7 with N, right? So by next month, we should have the website, but it's all put together by goddesses, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So it's like, I thank you, Gail, for your magic moment, and I know you're working with Susanna, who, you guys started way back, and it's you two working together to take part in putting a new website together. It's yours releasing the old church and developing a new church in the new God's life. So I'm really excited. I cannot use excited because Master Carol told me not to use excited because it's like take my emotions way up and whatever goes up must come down. So I have to stay in the middle, he said. So I think I'll use amazing. So Gail and Susanna, what you are doing together is you're releasing the old church and you're bringing together with the other goddesses the new website, which will represent the new church. I'm really proud of that. And so, it's mine. Thank you for all what you said about me. You said I'm a walking goddess, but you know what? I didn't know that.
Oh, shock.
Because I kept looking, I keep asking myself, what does an incarnate goddess look like?
Yeah.
What? And it's Kahu. I thought, oh, Kahu. And what does an incarnate, a goddess feel like? Oh, Master Kira. But it wasn't until last year that I realized Master Kira is the goddess light. So many of my experiences in my nature in Japan, I was immersed in goddess life. It was amazing. So this year, Master Kahu's first message for the year was Seek Your Mastery. And the first two, yesterday, I got that if you're walking the goddess journey, you got to master your power of smile. The power of the smile for a goddess, it is powerful. I learned that through, because it was stormy weather yesterday. And I learned it through all, how our goddess mastermind come together when we're not meeting in physical. We text each other. It can be serious. It can be really, whimsical. It can be funny. It can get really, but We were talking about two movies, and I thought, oh, these two movies, what do they have in common? The power of the smile. Amazing. And then, so you see, I donned a black scarf today. If you're in the goddess journey, I wanted the black scarf way back when, but Master Carol said, you don the blue scarf. And I put this on, and it felt so comfortable. But whenever I do the blue scarf, my body just shakes. That means that's I need to learn to be a blue goddess. So thank you for that, Papa. But of course, you're always a reflection of a goddess who dons the black. So no wonder clashing sometimes, because I envy the black. Okay, so now this year, please concentrate on seeking your mastery. Okay, Kahu says, dear spiritual light seekers, master your own chosen journey. Be the journey of your life. Be its expression. Walk the step to fulfill your life plan and take the path where you find your mastery of life. You will be experiencing a space between the frequency of flow with the end result, a balanced wholeness. You get that? The frequency of flow and the end result, a balance of wholeness. One must become the master of life to become a master. What is hidden shall be revealed on your pathway to your goal of mastery. Through the process of healing on all four bodies, have the courage to experience life in joy. We gather at the Honolulu Church of Light. We remember that we are masterful energies trying to figure out this earth plane together in the space of life. We are returning to the knowing that we are able to accomplish anything in the projection of love. Eventually, we come to know that happiness does not come from being in love. It comes from becoming love. Get that? I love this. Eventually, we will come to the knowing that happiness does not come from being in love. It comes from becoming love. So, have a great time. And I learned yesterday, because it was stormy weather, and I was at an excuse to be lazy and keep texting my goddess sisters. I learned that this year, how I mastered this year, is one day at a time. Thank you, Gabu.
Okay. That brings me to mine. I know this much. I watched her on the couch yesterday. I sit across her and look at the television. Oh, close. I said, what are you doing? Okay.
Learning lessons.
Learning my lessons. The lesson I want to share with you today is that we're a healing church. We're a healing church, and we'll never be anything other than that as long as I'm alive. And I intend to live the next 10 years, at least 10 years. But I know this much, that 10 years is a long span of time for me. And I know I can do it. You have to know now you can do it as well. So we ask you you'll get things in mail or and the website. The website will show you some new things. know this much. You've got to participate with us. We ask for people to and send some questions, request. And sometimes we get 3, 4, usually two, right? One Hungary and the other one, where's the other one?
Canada.
Canada. So both out of the country. But know this much. We want more of you. Now, don't think, oh, I gotta do this for Colin. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Because you get healing. And I guarantee you, if you have my name, I've got your name saying it, you will feel it. I don't know how I work. I don't know how I work, really. I don't know. But I know this. I work. I work well. So, that said, this is a short message that I want you to hear. Next time you go think from jail or from the internet, and they said, keep getting pressed in, come on, get up, and come in, and I'll say your word, your name over the air. If I say your name, you'll feel it. I feel, if you don't feel it, I'll give you all number. I'll repeat. That's right, no problem. No problem. I know it's not about the money. This church not the money. These people here, you'll see the bowl I pass around, and I get 1, 3, 4, maybe 4 people the first day. I get open my computer tomorrow. I see 4 people. The one, she says, like a rock, and she sends a set amount, and she, a couple weeks ago, sent 2. Wow. So you go, I didn't even sorry. So I had Gail refund all of them. I was not upset. I'm so proud because she had the courage to tell me I made a mistake. Now, from that journey all the way through, some of you commit every now and then with $10 or $20 or $100 or some large amounts. You know, every dime comes in, goes out. You know, you have to know the healing is our journey. So when you put money in the church, you'll know it's going to be healing. And I can tell you this much, you have to know one day, you will need us. You shouldn't have to come through the building blocks, or just come on. We know everybody needs healing. So that's my message for all of us. I really want you to know. In-house healings. I'm going to offer 2 people. Any 2 people come up and sit on the stool and sit on the stool, and I'll find you, and you'll find out what you need to do. So come on. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. And if you come up and feel it, then you're back. Okay. Now, the first person, Paul. No. I want you to, I think you're thinking about it. I want you to talk to the water on the earth, on the thing on water. Water's got a problem with it. Water can't be possible, can't possible. No, never do. Now, you know how bad it is. We're learning. I think we'll learn enough to major this whole process. So I'm going to heal her. Anybody can look. If you want to know this, I want to heal her. So she closes her eyes and she drifts off. But know this much. I will ask her when you're finished what she got. She doesn't wrong. I will ask her what she got. And you can feel my journey. You feel my journey. That's not to you. And that's perfect. Now, next one. Oh my God. Courage. You know, the journey is we're feeding from the news, and we get the news every day, and sometimes it's ugly, not usually good. But know this much: we've got to hold on to life. And if you're aging soul, everybody, you're aging soul. You know you can die. Don't die. Live the life you meant to do. Now, the fourth dimension comes up, and you're right, and we know that because, as Master Joe said, it's time for this change. The time for change is now. So now, change. Okay? You can be here, and if I look at her, and follow me, I look at you here, then you talk about this water problem in Hawaii. Oh my God. Heal her through, and she'll figure it out. Oh, Jesus. And him, he knows well. He knows well. So, I'm in love. Anybody look and feel good? Appreciate anything. Okay.
So we want to go ahead and raise our collective consciousness. We're going to do that by doing the follows. A, E, O, U. Together. Mama. Na kupuna la olelo ho'iku. Na kupuna ha olelo ho'iku. Na kupuna la ea. La ea. Olelo ho'iku. Na kupuna la olelo ho'iku. Na akua la olelo ho'iku. Na kupuna la ea. La ea. Olelo ho'imu. Na kupuna la olelo ho'imu. Na akua la olelo ho'imu. La kupuna la ea. La ea. Ua hua mai. Na olelo la e hua hua mai. Na akua la e hua hua mai. Na kupuna la ea. La ea. E hua hua mai. Na olelo ha e hua hua mai. Na akua la e hua hua mai. Na kupuna la ea. La ea. La ea. La ea. La ea. Ah, mama.
I can tell you this much. Somebody, two somebodies, came out to that trap room, that camera, that was put the deer in her heart, and I could feel it. One hand, one arm, and on another person. And I couldn't let it, I couldn't stop. I went all the way. Now, I know 3 ladies come into that church, that tent, and got around me, and I couldn't even feel. I couldn't. Okay, I just poured it up, and I know that's what we do this COVID thing, you know, because what matters? Matters. Who matters? So, Brenda, can you share with us?
Yes, thank you so much. There was so much happening. I'm so grateful to everybody for sending your light. I was working with the shamanic Elvin, and we went with the 4th and the 8th healing code from the signature self-healing into the between the aquifer and those fuel tanks in Leadville. And your light was helping us to protect the water. And the goddess light came forth. The goddess's name is, I hope I get this right, Mako'opahai is the sister of Pele and the water goddess. And she came forth really strongly. And that was the first time that I've connected with her in that way of a water protector. And she lit up all the people at the Board of Water Supply, our state agency that's trying to protect the water. God bless Ernie Lau and all he's doing. And also the Sierra Club people and all the water protectors from the Hawaiians. And also they lit up the families that are living in Waikiki over the holidays that had to move out of their homes, out of the Navy housing because they couldn't use their water because it was poisoned. So all of those families took in the light that you were sharing. And there's so much more going on than just what we obviously see, you know. There's so much more. And the light that you're sharing is going to go out from here all around the world to all water systems that need protection. So thank you so much.
Well,
I haven't had a healing from cold in a long time. And also like to thank Protestant as well. And to my man Patrick. Oh. Thank you.
okay. Got this out. I worked painlessly with this dream. And this water, I touched it, it filled way off, and we're down, it ooh, all the way down to the shoulders. Wow. Okay. All of you. Thank you. Okay.
However, we have a very special request for this next round. I'd like for you to sit, and I want this one special request is from Christine Nutley from Canada.
Yes.
Okay. And she said, her friend Carol Jenkins, I guess we can,
Michigan.
okay, she just learned that Carol, her roommate in Hawaii, died October 17th. And, you know, this past October. She did. I called her and her phone was out of service, no announcements to Fred. Would you please ask Fred to include her in prayers at the church? Like when my mother died alone, I wish I could have been there. But I think I will plan some virtual event to remember her, and I know she's free of the personality on earth, but I still want to show how our united, heart. Kaua, why did you take this one, and maybe you can check Carol, because I know what you did for my sister Juliet, who died, who we call it went to heaven on November 14th. She went like this to what Kahu does and Master Kiro. But we found out she spent 5 birthdays with Master Kiro. And Kahu says she's already incarnated. And we haven't even completed her funeral. It's coming this Saturday, but she is already incarnated, not here in Hawaii, because she had a wrong talk with Master Carol. Thank you, Master Carol.
She aged her soul, yeah.
Yeah, in that 5 so-called 5 days after she left her body. So you still can age your soul, before you make that transition, right? Yeah. So good for her. Good for my sister, and I'm really happy for her that she's continuing to age her soul. So Master Kahu, use your elephant shaman energy, and we can work these on CJ. Maybe you can get a message from CJ for Christine, friend. And then, I need another one to sit in the chair for. We had a request from Hungary. This woman is asking for a healing for her sister Bettina. She is mentally ill and she's in the hospital. She has been in the hospital 2 months, and the one who sent is Timia. So would someone like to come and what I want to do with this one, we send Timia the energy, and then she will take this energy that she feels from her heart, and she feels from her heart and pass it on to her sister. Okay, how's that sound? So we have a blue goddess working with sister. She calls her sister. Timia calls our church the Temple of Light. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, everyone, you choose one to send your light through. Send them your healing energy. Send them your love. And they will take it and they will weave it with their own and send it to that person.
Okay.
So, that will take it and find that. Where is she? This is for yeah, this woman, she passed 1 month before she did. Maybe you can get a message from her or Christina. Who's that? So, Kabu said earlier, we're changing things, and this is what came to me. And then, we'll see. Okay, everybody ready? Carol. Could we play Amazing Grace behind? You don't have it?
Not here, right?
Okay, never mind. Okay, ready? Everybody take a deep breath. Send your healing energy from your heart to one of these two. Oh, I
aloha, kanuke aloha. O aiku aloha, kanuke aloha. Imanani manana, kanuke aloha. O ai kalamaku ike aloha, kanuke aloha. O ai kalamaku ike aloha, kanuke aloha. O ai moku ike aloha, kanuke aloha. E manani manana, kanuke aloha. Kanuke aloha. Kanuke aloha.
This lady is beyond powerful. She's, I don't know how she got to Christine. I don't care. She's working close beside the goddess when we talk about creative force, Christ conscious, next week. She's working closely with that week. So
Carol Jenkins.
I know as much. She's gonna be around for a very long time. She can stay there and work in creative lights and the goddess life. Well,
Wow. What an honor.
yeah, that's sure.
She did good in this lifetime, remember?
Yes. She did really good. And my friend said to him, you know, because you know.
Awesome.
Now,
There you go, Christine.
Tanea, what a loving gesture to reach out for your sister. So, Bettina, so we want to just fill her up. I took all of your healing light and I'm just lighting her up, and especially in her brains, her brain cells. So we just want to keep lighting her up, and so she will feel everybody's love, and she will be calmer. So it's a balancing her to be calm.
I got something for you, for her. Tell you have to, that code you gave me a couple ago. I'll give it, I make me and I will give it to Gail and get it brought back.
Wow. Draw it out the stack coding in. A fresh one.
So there you have it. It's another new for this year. Is we're going to be working with a lot of codes. I'm so excited about that because Master Carol last time, was it Master Carol? He suggested 2 codes, right? To put into the waters in the aquifer in Hawaii, where we're having problems. And it's just the beginning yet. You know, it's gonna come to a neighborhood near you. And when it does, because that's part of the great shift, right? And Master Carol predicted this a long time ago, but I didn't listen. Yeah, right. Great shift. Down the road. So we keep kicking the can down the road, but now it's in our neighborhood. So now we get to use the codes. Amazing grace. Okay? So,
And the codes, I have a session coming up Monday to do other code breaker means. So be careful. But know this much. I got working on this journey. She gave me this long list of codes, and I tried to print out for me. She watched her. My God. I can tell you this. The code is outside the airplane. Outside the airplane. My God.
so you're gonna, it's those codes that is gonna be used to break down the old codes that, of the third dimension.
I'm not quite sure. Master Phil will tell her, but I know this much. That's a big start. Big start. Because we all know it's more than this dream. That telescope was put up, and it's going out to outside the earth, around the sun. Around the sun. So,
Codes. Can you hold up the book, please? Just the book itself.
In this book, there's codes for 9 codes for signature self-healing. But I know there's people out there that have this yearning to bring out codes to help this earth plane.
thank you.
Thank you, it's exciting. But now we're going to do the
Now you folks, get up on your backside and stand up. Come into that journey right now and communicate, feel the goal. Every night I can meet 11 o'clock, every night. She's gonna meet me, and I see Krina and Patrick and I see all. Know this. When we finish today, we'll make a new dream. So, from my heart to yours.
all one in one consciousness, this energetic flow. if you have New Year's resolution goals for this year, write them down. You don't have to look at it. You can send it to the mail and staple it, and it will add. You just tell us, please add this to the goal, or and then every night. This is our joy. We follow our joy. I know Kaku does. Every night he follows his joy. A lot of people say follow your heart. This is his joy here. Every night at 11:30. He sits up in his chair. First he does a 5-breath self-healing meditation on himself, and then he comes here and energized. And prayer. Thank you. Thank you for your energy. Announcements. Have a beautiful New Year, 2020. I don't have to. Next, the 16th is the third Sunday, so join us for the long distance meeting. We expect you a lot of healing requests. And then Carol Conscious Creators, I'm behind on that. Actually, who's behind? It's on the 26th of this month. So.
Is that my birthday? Oh.
Yeah, Gil Chan's birthday. Anyway, join us for that. I'm truly grateful, and I love the black scarf, but it's not my journey this time. So I have to don my blue scarf again. Mahalo.
Now, I'm going to pass this around the bowl, and I know these people, they give freely. I know privilege that everybody can do this for you.
And this is the time where we go ahead and we want to bless the beauty, and we want to bless ourselves, because we are actually holding our spirit in this costume that we call a body. And I wish all of you could look out this window and see the mist ascending. It is quite spectacular. Nice deep breath. Mai kumai na ya mai kaleo kako. Mai luna la mai kai ki mai kai ki na ke komana. Mai kai mai lo kwava. Kia I ma la ia pale aku na hopi kia ne ko ka no kona. Everyone together. And the mist is ascending very slowly.
Okay. Thank you from my heart to yours, and see you 2 weeks.
I have to add, thank you from my heart too. Master Carol told me a long time ago, you give to the one that nurtures your heart, and not because it's good for that, that's done. But if you give from your heart, every time, every Sunday, you get a lot more than honeycomb. And that's true. And he is a perfect example of that. He always gives from the heart. And we ask for you every Sunday to give from your heart.
Thank you. Mahalo.
This land have you felt the power? Mountain craters throwing lava, its green swept beauty, each island blossoms everywhere. Have you felt its spirit? Ancient gods, their mother still
Patty.
here.
Titi Patty.
Love these islands. Nothing in the world can